Marvel Tokon is one of the most highly anticipated fighting games coming out this year, and you already know that people have been making their wish list for the entire character roster. From fan favorite superheroes to characters that never got the spotlight in Marvel fighting games, we've seen it all. And I'm liking what I'm saying, don't get me wrong, but I think we're missing one thing about Tokon's roster that could greatly make it even more exciting. I'm talking something that would make Marvel Tokon's roster stand out immensely against other modern fighting games, a chance for Arc System Works to go big. Guest characters. Hold on a minute, I know some of y'all are losing your minds at the thought of guest characters in fighting games because you're tired of it, but let me explain. In case y'all didn't know, Marvel Tokon is going to be receiving support for 10 years. You know how many characters they can drop for a whole decade? I'm pretty sure all of your fan favorite Marvel characters are going to be in this game, including the ones that are in the stages, but that's another video I'm working on, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, with 10 years of support, you can at least sneak in a few guest characters into the roster for some fun, so here are a few guest characters I would like to see in the game, starting with So Bad Guy. Now, Soul is honestly a no-brainer. Being Arc System Works' biggest mascot, Soul and Guilty Gear as a whole has come a long way since the first Guilty Gear on the PlayStation 1. In fact, the franchise turns 30 years old in 2028. With Marvel Tokon being Arc System Works' latest and biggest title they've ever worked on, it'd be a really sick idea to drop him as a guest character that year to not only celebrate 30 years of Guilty Gear, but also show how far the company has come. And when they put Cyclops in the game, they'll just recreate the Ryu and Cyclops handshake, but with Soul this time? Come on. This would be too sick of an idea. We'll probably never see an Arc System Works versus Marvel fighting game ever in our lifetime, but this is the closest we could get to that. However, we have had Marvel vs. Capcom before, so why not bring back an old friend into Marvel Tokon? Ryu.
I want to know how to beat. I want to know the place where my soul is burning out.
You know him, you love him, everyone's favorite Shoto. It's pretty self-explanatory as to why I would love to see him in Tokon. Not only would it be a nice reference to the Marvel vs. Capcom series, but this could actually be the first time we would see an Arc System Works model for Ryu. Seeing Shinku Hadoken and Metsu Shoryuken in Arc System Works style would be sick. If they do end up getting him into Tokon, my favorite thing I would look forward to is how he interacts with the characters in his intros and outros. The Marvel vs. Capcom universe is set on Earth 30847, where characters from both Marvel and Capcom franchises coexist. This means that the Tokon Marvel characters would be from a different Earth. With this understood, they could do two things with Ryu here. Either take the one from Earth 30847 where he would recognize the Marvel characters but they wouldn't recognize him, or they could take the Ryu from Street Fighter 6 where both him and the Marvel characters would be unfamiliar with each other. Regardless, it'd be pretty cool to see both Ryu and the Marvel characters interacting in the game other than Marvel vs. Capcom. And I mean, like, how cool would it be to see Ryu, Soul, and Spider-Man all in the same game? Enough to make a grown man cry, not gonna lie. But at this point, you're probably saying, this is cool and all, but this is a superhero fighting game, so we need some superhero characters. Glad you said that, cause I got the right guest character for you. Deku. Come on now, there's like no way this character shouldn't make it in, right? For the past few years, people have been begging ArcSys to make a My Hero Academia fighting game. We've gotten those arena fighters from Baiken, which in all honesty are pretty good games in their own right, but it's not quite the type of fighting game some people are looking for. Putting Deku in the game would be the closest thing we get to an Arc System Works MHA fighting game. Also, it would be pretty cute to see Deku interacting with the Marvel characters. A kid like him who is inspired by superheroes would lose his mind and start fanboying whenever he sees heroes like Wolverine, Iron Man, Captain America, and all of the other cool folks. And of course, the My Hero Academia author himself, Kohei Horikoshi, would be honored and excited to see his own creation collab with Marvel, as a huge Marvel fan himself. But hold on a minute, I've got one more guest character to reveal. You see, Arc System Works has done a crazy guest character before with Lucy's inclusion in Guilty Gear Strive. That character has nothing to do with Arc System Works, Guilty Gear, or fighting games as a whole. Assuming Arc System Works tries this again with Marvel Tokon, who else would be a great character to include that doesn't have any relation to Arc System Works, Marvel, or fighting games? Hellboy. This is crazy to say, but these days, Hellboy is a huge deep cut. This character goes way back to 1993, and his stories are published by Dark Horse Comics. A half-demon summoned to Earth by mystics to bring destruction to the world, Hellboy was instead raised by humans ever since he was a baby demon, growing up disconnected from his intended destiny and ultimately spending his life preventing apocalyptic events rather than causing them. Now granted, Hellboy has made an appearance in Injustice 2 as a guest character, so you got me there in terms of having relation to fighting games, but an Arc System Works stylized Hellboy just sounds too badass. As for how he would play, I could see him being a heavy brawler archetype with armor-based normals and some zoning, similar to how he is in Injustice, but with a bit more Arc System Works seasoning. But these are all of the guest characters I would like to see in Marvel Tokon, but what about you all? Do you guys have any guest characters you'd like to see appear in Marvel Tokon, or are you on the boat that you don't want guest characters in the game at all? Whatever it is, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, have a blessed day.